EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance. And they got it done.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Young on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin Bush in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's Walker. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. Shifts by him. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run, Walker. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They try the left side here with Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Fighting his way through contact. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 33. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Williams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Three 0 after one on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, the Rams sit 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On 2nd down, Williams. There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. 92 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
It looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Young, he's going to change it up. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Javonte Williams. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Rams have taken the lead. Right after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Milton Williams able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. They'll drop to throw. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different.
Oh, they're on him too quickly back. And oh, that is going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after getting up. And now off to the races down the right side. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
Big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Williams trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. Williams again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Puka Nacua, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams take the block punt and convert it into 6 points. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the interception, Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Young off the play fake. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Off the play fake, Young. And he is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. First and 10, Young. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They go play action. Young. And this one is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 58 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Walker now on 1st and 10. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Straight ahead, Walker, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Myers' kick is good, and the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 111 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 3. On play action, Young. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll be out right at the 35. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Young. And Incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Second down, Young. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw again, Young. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Here is Young. Pass complete there to Nakua. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That throw by Young incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. In motion right is Mingo. Young on 3rd down. He completes this one to Mingo. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Young to throw it this time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. There he goes, left side. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Devin Bush picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them. And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. Left side, he finds Smith-Njigba. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They go play action here on first down. In trouble, and he's taken down. Arnold Ebiketie in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
They'll set up to throw. Throw out line to Walker. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They're going to look to throw. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And Young's going to throw it here. The 20, 10, and he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one good for 37 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Williams. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Young. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple. Here's 2nd down. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Gets this complete to Smith-Njigba. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out.